This week I'm testing the 8-seater Hyundai Palisade. Let's find out how good it is as a baby drive. And don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on our socials. The child seat section of this video is brought to you by Infosecure. Now this is the 8-seater Palisade, so in the second row there's 3 seats across and in the third row too. There are Isofix in the 2 outer second row seats. They're not within plastic guides, but they're nice and easy to connect to. And there's top tether anchorages across the back of all 3 of those second row seats. Now I could install 3 Infosecure child seats here, really nice and easily. I've got one Achieve More in the central seat and an Attain More in each of the outer seats. Now I did find if I was using the Isofix for those outer seats rather than the seat belts, then I could bring one of the second row seats forward, giving passengers access to that third row. In the third row there is one set of Isofix on the right hand side, and there are top tether anchorages for that seat and for the central seat. I did find, however, there was only room in the back there to install one child restraint using the top tethers. So I have one Infosecure Achieve More in the third row, and that fits really nicely. I did, however, put an Infosecure Versatile folding booster seat in the other third row seat, and because that doesn't need to use a top tether anchorage, and the 2 seats fit really nicely. I did find, however, there wasn't really room for me to sit between them. Legroom is good throughout the Palisade. We found that with a forward-facing child seat in each of the rear rows, then a 180cm plus passenger can sit in front. And on the driver's side, we tried a forward-facing in the third row, rear-facing in the second row, and then a 184cm driver could sit in the front. You can learn more about the child seats used in this video by clicking on the link here. There's airbag protection for all 3 rows of seats in the Palisade, which is fantastic for keeping little passengers safe in the event of an accident. There are window blinds in the second door windows, which are fantastic for keeping little passengers shielded from the sun while driving along. There are aircon vents in the ceiling for both rear rows of seats, which is fantastic for keeping those little passengers cool in the back. There's also controls on the back of the central console box, and you can control them through the front media screen, which is great, and you can lock those controls from there too. In the back of the Palisade, the storage is really good. There are map pockets on the back of both front seats. They'll hold an iPad, and there's a separate little pocket for a phone as well. The door bins are a good size in the back too. They'll hold a large refillable water bottle, and you've got the storage well handles too. In a fold down in the central seat back, there are 2 cup holders. They'll hold a reusable and a disposable coffee cup. In the third row, there are 2 cup holders on each side. They'll hold a reusable and a disposable coffee cup too. Storage in the front is really good. There are 2 cup holders in the central console. They'll hold a reusable and a disposable coffee cup, and beside them is a wireless phone charging tray as well. The central console box is a good size in here, and it's got a little shelf in the top for your sunglasses, because there's not a sunglasses holder in the ceiling. Underneath the central console is a really good space for storing your iPad or handbag or something like that, and you've got 12-volt socket down there too. The glove box is a good size in here too. It will hold my wallet and iPad with the manual. The door bins are a good size in the front. They'll hold a large refillable water bottle, and an iPad fits in there too, and the storage well handles as well. Now the boot of the Palisade opens automatically when it senses the key nearby, which is really handy when you come to the car with your kids and all their things. Now the boot size of this is the same as the 7-seater Palisade that I reviewed previously. So let's find out how much it fits in the boot. When using all 7 or 8 seats, the boot will hold 8 shopping bags, or a twin stroller and 3 shopping bags, a tandem stroller and 2 shopping bags, a single pram and 3 shopping bags, or a compact stroller and 7 shopping bags, or a small dog. When only using 5 seats, it will hold 21 shopping bags, or a twin stroller and 13 shopping bags, a tandem pram and 15 shopping bags, a single pram and 15 shopping bags, or a compact pram and 17 shopping bags, or a really large dog. This model is the two-wheel drive V6 petrol engine, and I do find it's a little bit thirsty around town, but that fuel economy does even it out with a mix of driving. Now it is a little bit chirpy and wheel spinny uphill, accelerating out of junctions and places like that. Now it is a lovely, smooth and quiet drive in the Palisade, and I do find around town and parking, especially supermarkets and school car parks, that turning circle just isn't quite as good as the Staria and the Carnival, but it's still good and relatively easy to park, especially with the cameras. So it's got the indicator cameras that come up in the driver's display screen, and also there's a camera that can come up on the media screen. You can have that on all the time when you're driving so you can see out the back, which is really handy, especially such a big vehicle, and when it's loaded up with child seats, it's really needed so that you can see out the back. The media system in the Palisade is really lovely and simple and easy to use and navigate. It does have a quiet mode, which is great for quietening the speakers in the back and bringing all the sound to the front speaker. It's really good if you've got kids asleep or on devices in the back. Passenger talk is great for amplifying your voice through to the third row, and it's great for in-car karaoke too. Now you have got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in here too, which is fantastic. When you put it into reverse, the camera image is lovely and clear, and you've got the bird's eye view too. You can mute those parking sensors with a button down in the central console. So to sum up with the 8-seater Hyundai Palisade, it is a nice practical family car. You can get those 3 child seats across the second row and another 1 or 2 in the third row. The media system's fantastic, the drive is good, and you can get that twin pram in the boot while using all 8 seats.